everyone, this is CricketSong with Lunar Wisdom, and this video is going to be discussing our relationship with the gods. Relationships with our gods are very intimate and personal. No two relationships are going to be the same because each of us has a different personality and energy frequency, which will affect our authentic witch self. Some of us may hold a belief that the gods desire to be worshipped in one way, that there is a right way and a wrong way to worship a god, but I don't believe this to be a truth. Gods, being that they are spiritual beings, and many, if not all of which, were never incarnated on earth, hold a broader perspective than we do, and a deeper understanding of the nature of humanity than we could ever possess, both of which leads to knowing exactly how to present themselves to each of us in a way that we are able to recognize who they are and what they can share with us, or what they may desire of us. The belief that the gods desire to be worshipped in one way and only one way is to suggest that the gods, such as Isis or Athena or Odin, are flat, one-dimensional beings that have strict rules in place that every single devotee, priest, or priestess must follow, and they must follow these commandments from them. No. Just because I worship Hecate differently than you do does not suggest that I am not really worshiping her, nor do my actions suggest that I am not worthy of worshiping her, and I'm being duped by another god, a trickster god perhaps like Loki, or another spiritual entity into thinking I am working with Hecate when I clearly am not, because you know the rules of Hecate worship. I think that belief is ridiculous, really, in my honest opinion. If human beings can be multi-dimensional beings, why wouldn't the gods at least be as multi-dimensional as we are, considering they have a much higher vibrational frequency and a greater point of focus? If you and I both worship and work with the same god or goddess, our relationships with him or her are going to be similar in some aspects and vastly different in others. But this doesn't discount mine or yours. Both are valid. Perhaps the Celtic goddess Danu called you into her service, and after working with her and nurturing an intimate relationship with her for a time, you found that she really doesn't like offerings of mead, or that during ritual she demands that you burn incense made of amber, while I find during my own time with Danu that she is delighted each time I present her with an offering of mead, and that while she enjoys incense made of amber, we have a more successful ritual when I use a diffuser with jasmine essential oil. Both of these experiences are valid. Both yours and mine are real and authentic. Your discovery doesn't become facts or obsolete truths about the Celtic goddess Danu. Just because she doesn't like or accept offerings of mead from you doesn't mean she won't from any other devotee. Your experiences certainly are personal truths for your relationship with Danu, and you should honor them. But your personal truths and mine may be completely different. And for me to discount my own experiences with Danu because you told me that what I was doing was wrong, or because I've compared my offerings to yours and then proceeded to doubt my own choices because they are different from yours, would be dishonoring, disrespecting, and insulting my relationship with Danu. My personal truths are different than yours or anyone else's because I am different from you and everyone else. Each of us built, nurtured, and work with Danu in a different way, but this doesn't mean that I'm not really working with Danu if I claim that she loves mead as an offering and enjoys the scent of jasmine during ritual, because in your experiences, these things are false. It doesn't mean that you and I have different relationships with different gods. It means that we have different relationships with her, with Danu, and neither of these relationships is wrong. Each is a personal, intimate relationship as it should be. You see, it's the same way with family and friends. We have different relationships with our parents, with our siblings, with our friends and coworkers than others do with those same people. For example, when I was younger, I had a neighborhood friend who was also a classmate who used to call me Cher. It was her nickname for me. I used to call her Dar. And when she called me Cher, I really enjoyed it. It created an intimate relationship between us. But I can honestly tell you that if anyone else tried to call me Cher, I would correct them and tell them to use my proper name. Cher was not my proper name, and I wouldn't respond to them if they continued to call me Cher. It didn't mean that I always disliked being called Cher. It meant I only liked it when Dar used to call me Cher. I find that it's the same way with the gods. So I suggest that before you berate others for behaviors or practices that you view as wrong or insulting or degrading for a particular god or goddess, keep in mind that we all build, nurture, and work with the gods in our own personal way, building an intimacy that is just between that deity and us as devotees or followers of that particular deity. Until next time, I love you. Blessed be.